Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I frost my sheet cake. So I had a sheet cake I wanted to frost for a customer, and it was a combination of vanilla, chocolate, and red velvet. So like I said, to film it, show you guys just in case it might help someone. So if you're looking to learn how to frost a sheet cake, this video is for you. And I'm using the old school style, nothing serious, just basic, old school decoration. So I'm going to be turning my cake upside down on my cake board. So don't worry, the cake board is not dirty. It's just, like I kept some donuts on it initially, so some part of it absorbed some oil or some butter, I don't know. Anyways, I cleaned it though, but like, it's made of paper and stuff. Anyway, so let's get started. Okay, so this is my sheet cake, and see how the bottom is patterned. You can see the marble design, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be removing the parchment cake paper, because when I bake my cakes I use parchment paper because it makes your life a lot easier. It makes your cakes very moist, and then it keeps it from drying out, and it also keeps your cake extra fresh. See how nice, yeah. So now I'm going to be trimming off the excess because there's a little bit too much by the sides. Okay guys, so this is me trimming up the excess. So can you guess who's going to eat the excess? Nobody, because I threw it in the bin because I can't keep getting fat. Anyway, so while I frost this cake, I hope you learn, and let me just you guys about one of my customers. Okay, so I had this customer for a long time. I think I've known him or her, okay, let's say her, yeah, for about 5 years, and she's been ordering from me for a long time. But every time she orders, she has a complaint every time, and not just like simple complaints. Complaints are normal for customers usually, like maybe you didn't do something right or you did something wrong, because I make a lot of mistakes most times. Okay, so but every time she has like bitter complaints. There was even this particular time she literally cried away from my apartment. I'm not kidding. She came to pick up the cake, and after I gave her the cake, like, she was crying. This was not what she wanted it to look like, and it was, I would have gone into detail, but like, I don't want to, I don't want to give anybody a clue who I'm talking about or anything, but I just thought I should rant, yeah. Okay, so like she literally cried. She was crying. I'm not kidding. She was wailing, like serious crying. And I felt so guilty that I told her to, okay, don't worry, pay half of the price. Because then I used to do like pay at pickup and stuff. So, and like I used to really cheat myself in those times, because like customers will guilt you, and then you'd be like, oh, don't worry, pay half, or half is not even up to the amount you paid for ingredients and stuff. Anyways, moving on. Okay, if you notice here, I'm just adding some jam because I'm not going to be spreading my cakes. I'm not going to be cutting into layers because it's already like a really not very thin, but like I don't want to cut into layers, so to be easy to frost. And so like Nigerians love like chunky cakes, not just full of cream and stuff, and the owner of this cake was Nigerian, so so I'm going to cover it in cream. Anyway, so moving on with my gist, yeah. Like every time she has bitter complaints, and I have this thing where like if you want to order a cake from me, like during the ordering process before you pay, I'm going to tell you it's not going to look exactly like the picture you sent me. The picture you're sending me is just like a sample picture to give me an idea of what you think is nice, or what you like maybe think like what you'd like. Do you get? Most times when I make a cake, it doesn't look like the sample picture, and before I used to get frustrated because I would like try to copy the exact same thing, but after a while I kind of gave up. I don't, regardless of what kind of cake you want, even if it's a cake I've made before, I can recreate the exact same thing for you. Sometimes there are slight differences, sometimes there are serious differences, and like it's not because maybe I'm trying to, it's just that sometimes you're making a cake and it doesn't turn out the way you thought it will turn out, and then you have to like go another way so it can look fine, because the main point of the cake is for you to look nice, for it to look nice, because you're a cake decorator, you don't give them an ugly cake. Anyways, I understand customers are paying the money they're paying, and they deserve to be able to know what they're getting and be able to put their feet down and say, oh, this is what I want and this is what I should get. And I totally understand that. That is why before you pay, I'm going to tell you, I can reproduce exactly the same thing. I can make you a replica. Sometimes the replica might be very close, and sometimes it might not be as close as you want. But if that's okay, then you can make payments. I make sure to say this before anybody orders. Like I kind of already like have it copied into my like my phone, so all I have to do is copy and paste it to you. And most times she agrees. Like most times they agree. If you don't agree, you don't have to place an order, because it should just stress me out unnecessarily, and like money with stress, like what's the point, yeah. Anyway, so every time this particular girl orders, she like complains bitterly. So the last one before this last one that she ordered, yeah, she complained that something was not something, something was not something, even though I had told her that it won't look exactly like that, yeah, because she had ordered from me severally. And she said yes. So she said she had a lot of complaints, like it wasn't pink enough. She thought maybe the flour was going to be something. Then my choice of flour is very. She had a bunch of complaints, and I had to tell her that, like, I already told you it won't be. You can't just pick a picture online. I don't know how other bakers do it, but I tried to do it and it doesn't work for me. And I've decided I'm going to dump that. I'm not going to do that anymore. If you trust me enough to be able to make you a cake, fine. If you don't trust me enough, and I understand, if you want a particular thing and you are fixed on that, then I'm not your girl, and that's okay. Everybody can be my customer, yeah. Anyway, so she saw the cake and she complained and complained and complained. At a point, like, I kind of just left her there, and then she wrote a bunch of stuff and I didn't read it. Anyways, I left it there, and then I read it the next day. And then by the day after, when I checked my phone, she sent me a message and said, oh, the cake was really pretty in person. Like, when she saw it, because when I sent her a picture, but when she got it in person, she liked it. It was so pretty and everything. Like, at that point, I was ready to stress. I didn't even say thank you or respond or anything, because, like, I was just tired. Like, and I told myself mentally that I'm no longer taking orders from this girl. Anyways, so some weeks back, she came back and she was like, oh, she wants a cake. And I told her that, okay, I feel somehow making her a cake, because every time I make her a cake, she has bitter complaints. I literally told her that, and she was like, yeah, that's because sometimes something, but she still comes back because she likes my work and everything. She just said a bunch of things. I said, okay, I'm going to make you a cake, but you understand. Then she sent me what she wanted, and I said, okay. And then I made sure to tell her again that you understand it won't look exactly like this, yeah. I said, yeah, she understands, okay. And then she told me she wanted a shade of green. She saw a cake I made and said she wanted that shade of green. Oh, no problem, that's not a problem. If it's a shade of color I've made before, it's easy for me to reproduce it. Anyway, so I made this cake, yeah. And then she said she wanted it to be extra open. She sure had a lot of specifications. Normally, like, when regular customers tell me that, I just tell them, like, these things you can't specify it to me because I'm the one making the cake. So when I'm making it, I'm going to decide how best to make it that will make it look better, because I'm the cake maker, basically, yeah. You should trust me to do my job. But this particular girl, she told me that and everything. Okay, no problem. So, and one thing I notice is when a customer is used to complaining, it puts me under some form of pressure. I don't know how to explain it. Like, something I would normally do this way, I want to maybe do it exactly how they want. And usually when I'm trying to stick to something, that's when everything goes wrong. Anyway, she told me some things, and then I was trying to, against my better judgment, actually, like, if I had known, this is on me though, if I had known, I would have, like, decided, okay, this cake, it would be too heavy for this, so I shouldn't do it this way. Anyway, I was trying to do it the way she said, and then it was kind of falling apart, and I realized, okay, I need to salvage this cake before it gets really worse. So it was supposed to be like an open stuff, so I decided to make it closed, because opening it will make it, I don't want to say what it is, you guys get, but make it more, it won't be stable to travel, it will easily fall apart and all of that. And the cake was going out of the city. Anyways, hope you guys are watching how to make the cake. This is just gist. Anyway, so I kind of realized, and while I was doing that, I was under a lot of pressure, because I already knew she's going to have a bunch of complaints. And if I had stuck to my gut initially, like, to see that picture and decide to recreate it I know how to best, it would have turned out better. But because I was trying to, anyway, that's on me. I should have told her I can't, like. So so when the cake was done, yeah, it was it wasn't too far away, actually. It was farther away from what she wanted initially, because I was trying to stick to what she wanted. Anyways, when the cake was done, I sent her, I knew that, okay, sometimes when I feel guilty or something, I feel like maybe this is not what the person is expecting, I would offer you a refund upfront, like I'll offer you a partial refund upfront. Anyway, so I bossed and I was like, okay, I'm going to give you a partial refund. This is how this cake turned out, and I gave her reasons and everything. Jesus, you think the fact that I'm refunding almost half of her money would make her, I don't know. And then she started with the complaint. She started from the top to the bottom. Oh, at that point, like, I wasn't really mad or anything. I was just mad at myself for, like, don't you learn? Like, this thing has happened over 6 times. Don't you freaking learn? No matter, sometimes there was this particular cake I made for her that when I was done making the cake and I posted it online, the cake had more than 18 comments. Different people loved it. But this girl literally cried out of my house for that cake because something was off or something. And then the next day she sent me a message that, oh, she was just having a bad day. You were having a bad day and you made me give you a discount because you were having a bad day, and the cake was, she literally said the cake was horrible, like it looked horrible. Anyways, I was angry at myself because I felt like don't you learn? And when she said that, when she wrote her all her complaints and everything, I sent her a refund. I told her that it's not her fault actually. It's my fault because I don't learn, because she has done this severally. She has done it at least 6 times. Like they say, like once beaten, twice shy. Literally, me, like I'm like 50 times beaten before I'm one shy. Like it was just ridiculous. She had a bunch of complaints and said all sorts of things and stuff. Anyways, like I love my customers, and some of them are very difficult to deal with, and I have this thing where like I find it very difficult to say no. Yeah, especially if you are maybe my repeat customer and everything stuff. Anyway, so it just went how it went, and I gave her a refund, and I still sent her the cake and everything. And the cake was, and when I posted the cake online, like I got several compliments about it. It's really nice, it's really this, it's really that. Anyways, my point being, see, I don't know if you make cakes or you have customers, how do you deal with customers that you know are difficult? Like some people are difficult, it is not you. I've learned over time that sometimes it's not you, they are just, because I can't make bad cake 5 different times and you come back 5 different times. Anyways, so if you have suggestions for me on how to deal with customers like that, but I already told her I'm not making her a cake like ever again. Like if she's the only customer left on this earth, I'm not doing it again. Like the stress is, at the end of the day, you're going to end up refunding more than half of what you collected, which is part of even the ingredient fee. So you didn't get paid and you spent some of your money making the cake for her, and she's done this, like I don't know. Anyway, so I hope you guys are enjoying my video. So at this point I had already anyways, I said she should, okay, I've said anyways like 10 times. I said I can't make cake for her, and she was like, even she won't order. Oh, no problem, I don't really care that much. So at this point, yeah, I already like made, did you guys see all the lines I made on the cake? And I hope I didn't like use my gist to distract you. So I'm just trying to make a border. This is like a regular traditional cake frosting. Like in those days when cakes were not very complicated and people were not trying to make chicken and human being and dogs and houses out of cake. This was basically what a cake would look like. It would be nice and simple, and I feel like these simple traditional cakes are the prettiest. Because see how nice and so classy and so simple, and it is extremely fast to make. I think this cake took me around 40 minutes. I don't think it took me up to an hour, and it was really nice, and the customer really liked it. So if you guys have customers that are difficult, how do you deal with them? Like, do you just tell them not to order again, or do you not just answer them when next they come? Or I don't know, really. Like customers, yeah, there's this thing a lot of Nigerians believe about customers are always right. Customers are not always right. Nobody is always right. Not the service provider, not the customer. Nobody is always right. Like you, but two people just need to put their heads together and work and be civil to one another. You can't say one person is always right just because you want to collect their money. I don't do that. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I wish I could show you guys the cake, so that'd be nice. But I don't want to maybe offend anybody or seem like maybe I'm grateful for my customers. I'm grateful for the ones that love me, the ones that don't love me, the ones that have offended me and stuff. So if you have suggestions for me, I'd really appreciate it. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed my video today. I don't know, I'm a little in a like weird mode. Thank you guys for always watching my video, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up on this video. Thank you so much, and leave me a comment if you have comment on how to deal with difficult customers. Yeah, sometimes I'm not the best, but like I try my best, but some people are just difficult and they make your life hard and they make you just want to quit. Anyways, thank you so much guys, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye.